Hey, y'all, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast, where live music and great stories take center stage. Today's episode is brought to you by our friends at Teton Guitars. Whether you're picking tunes around a campfire or taking the stage at your favorite honky tonk, Teton Guitars delivers rich, soulful sound built for the journey. Learn more at tetonguitars.com. Now let's dive into some music and memories. Hey, music lovers, welcome to Musical Miles Podcast. I'm your host, Byron Duffin, and I am here with Sundance Head and his crew.
Hello, everybody. Howdy.
We've got Sundance, we've got Dave, and we've got Dustin.
That's right. Drummer is Dustin Edwards and Sundance Head, all three members of Sundance Head.
Perfect. Well, we're in Blackfoot, Idaho, at the Gun Club. We just had we had the first annual Sundance Head Invitational Sporting Clays Tournament.
Yeah, that was I lost.
Well, that's not your fault. You just probably need to shoot a little bit more.
Yeah, that's right. Man.
And if you had a better instructor, maybe that'd help.
Oh man, you did a great job, man. We had old Dave hit six. It feels good to win. Tiebreaker. I had 5. He had 6. I think Dustin had a half of 1. So
Dustin had a couple of number 3. We kind of focused on that number 3 target. We got him to zone in on that. But no, this has been fun. So thanks for taking time to join us. You guys are here playing tonight at the Blackfoot Performing Arts facility there by the Blackfoot High School, and all kind of a happenstance deal. You were originally scheduled as an anchor date for a festival that got canceled.
Sure, correct.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
That happens, right?
But yeah, but it's funny how the Lord works, because that cancellation opened the doors for many more opportunities.
Yeah, they did well, and for a lot of those other artists, right?
Absolutely,
That were coming, that I know, and some didn't end up coming, but
well, I think what's also awesome is that you can really tell that the community out here supports live music and supports the singer and the songwriter, and I think people were as upset that the festival canceled as I think the bands were, because everyone was waiting on that. It's a good opportunity for a lot of people in the community to benefit, and I think it's just a shame that they couldn't figure it out, because I'm a fan of the people that were putting it together, and I've been pulling for them, and I'm still pulling for them. I don't want to mention their name,
Sure. Well, if anybody and I don't knows, and they kind of know the situation,
Okay.
and it sucks, and it's just one of those deals that probably could have been avoided, but it wasn't, and it
Sure.
is what it is.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, there's a lot of great music in this country, and being in the podcast business, we try to get out and reach out to as many artists as we can, and go to as many festivals as we can, and we had planned on going. But it was also on top of the same weekend as Pendleton, as the Jackalope Fest, which is going on, which has got a crazy good lineup. But there's some really cool stuff goes on in Idaho in the summertime, because nobody wants to be playing Green Hall in July or August, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we will be.
Yeah, I know, but but I love Green Hall.
Yeah.
We actually got to interview 3 artists inside Green Hall for the podcast,
Sure.
which is epic for
No,
us.
the weather up here is, I hate to say it, it's 100 times better than back home. So.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
but you have some really nice winters and falls. We were there in the fall, and it was gorgeous.
Yeah, we have winter for about a week.
Yeah. But you can have some. But one thing you got in Texas that we don't have here: big bugs.
Sure, big bugs and a beautiful Gulf Coast.
There you go. You do have a beautiful.
And the piney woods, man.
You've got, that's a very diverse state, but that's a big damn state.
Yeah,
so
it is.
There's a lot of country to cover down there. Well, let's talk about Sundance Head. We followed you since back in the day on The Voice. You're one of the few guys that has actually been on American Idol and The Voice.
That's right. Yeah. So I tried out for American Idol back in 2006, I think.
Yeah, that's what my note says.
And I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't have any idea what was happening. I thought it was a talent show, and I didn't realize the game per se until I was already gone. And then we came back home, and I just went back to work. I had signed with Motown, and we were going to do a record, and then that record got shelved, and it ended up being it ended up being a Motown catalog cover album, which they never released, and I'm thankful for that. But you could imagine some of the songs I had sang in that recording session, though.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
pretty incredible. And so then after that, man, I started trying to get, book shows, but I couldn't play. I didn't have but about 40 minutes worth of material that I knew how to play on a guitar. So,
Really?
yeah. So, I mean, I really,
Wow.
I came home from there
You
and I had,
really were inexperienced when you hit
sure, I had a
American
lot of
Idol.
opportunity to go work and stuff after American Idol, but I had no talent.
Well, I wouldn't
You
I
know?
wouldn't say that. But
Yes.
but let's back up a little bit because you got quite a little bit of talent bred in you because your dad was quite the performing
Oh
stuff.
yeah. Well, yeah, I've
Yeah.
always been around music my whole life. I just never really tried to do anything professionally with it.
Yeah.
Uh, until I was 33, I decided, well, actually, it was just kind of a happenstance. Our mutual friend opened a bar in town and said he wanted me to come down there and play Wednesday nights to help me learn a little bit about the stage and really an opportunity to go down there and just kind of cut my teeth. And that's really where I got started. Really, is the runway on 1960. From there, everything had led me to here where I'm at today. Really.
Well, I mean, let's back up just a little bit because your dad was a professional
Mhm.
musician. Played from in the 50s, was in some successful bands. Actually had one that went to number 2, right?
Yeah, that's right. Number
Yeah.
two. It was beaten by a song called "Yesterday" by the
Yesterday.
Beatles.
Imagine that by the Beatles.
One
What
song.
timing? Timing's everything,
Yeah, I
right?
know it, man. But it was number one in some of the charts, but
Sure.
not the overall chart.
Yeah.
The Yesterday had that one, but it's an awesome song. Treat Her Right, Roy and the Traits, Treat Her Right. It's been covered over 3,000 times.
No kidding. Well,
So
and didn't you and Blake sing it
well, we
on
did,
The
we
Voice?
did.
So
Absolutely.
then come 2016, you went home, really worked hard, put 10 years in, right?
Yes, yes.
And then went back to The
Well,
Voice.
and then went back, but it wasn't. I didn't plan on going back. Really, my wife had behind my back. She had signed me up for the audition
Wow.
in Houston, and my friend Scott Baker. We got up to go do something, uh, and he ended up taking me down there
He kind of tricked you.
and giving me the talk the whole way down there. So I went. So I went to. This is back when you still had to do the long line, wait to get in to do the audition. Now you just. I don't know really how they do it now. It's virtual or whatever. But so we went down there, stood in line all day long to go there and audition for producers or whatever. And I got through one of the producer rounds, and then they asked me to come back later that day, and I went through another producer round, and then they told me to come back in a week, and I went through one more, and then they said that I was going to go to Burbank to stay in the Burbank Marriott, and it happened just like that. I went out there and went to Burbank and got off the airplane and met a guy named Austin Alsop out of DFW area down there, and his dad was Tommy Alsop, the guy that gave up his seat to Buddy Holly on the infamous
Wow.
infamous ride, the flight. But anyway, so from there, man, it just kind of snowballed, and then I realized I was in it. Then I ended up staying on the show all the way to the end and winning, and that's because I had a strategy. I was going to go sing female songs. I was going to do female cover songs, and if they allowed me to, I was going to put my own arrangements to them so that I could play the guitar. Because I'm really not a good enough guitar player to play arrangements. So
Right.
I said, hey, I'm going to make my own that I can play that, and so I did that. Blake allowed me the freedom to do it once we got in there and started talking and working a little bit. And so the first arrangement that I did was I did the climb acoustically in front of Miley Cyrus.
Miley.
She's literally 10 feet away.
Oh, you're kidding.
And
It's one of my favorites. Of
yeah,
hers.
man. So that whole week I was leading up to doing that song, man. I was scared to death, but I knew that it took a lot of stones to do that, and if I was able to pull it off, I thought I could probably do anything, and so that was a big confidence booster whenever I was able to go do it. And from then out, I just focused every week on trying to get better and listen to the producers. you know, when you go in there to do the B-roll and all that stuff, they've got a story planned out. It's not about talent really.
No.
And
Well, they want a sad story, or they want to,
any kind of story that'll sell.
Yeah.
So once you figure that out, the quicker you figure out, I think the longevity game is to figure out how to play the producers. So we would have these meetings every day, and they would take you there and tell you what you were going to talk about in the B-roll. And a lot of these kids, well, I'll say kids, a lot of these people, they didn't know. They're telling you what to say. They're telling you what they want you to do, what they want you to say.
Right.
Well, most people don't get it. And then when they get behind the mic on B-roll, they want to tell their life story. And
Sure.
they don't want to hear it, you know.
No.
So I learned quick. So they would interview me first every time, and I would be in and out like within 15, 20 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 takes. And that's because I learned to say exactly what they had told me we were going to talk about. I would go in verbatim and give them exactly what they said. And so I did that weekly, and I could just tell that something was different between my experience and the experience of the guys next to me. I could tell.
Right.
Everything became super easy to me. It was very, very tangible, and so then I kind of glided through it, man. I felt like I was going to be able to win it after like the 3rd week that I was there.
Really?
I did.
Your confidence level was that high?
Man, I'm a vocal assassin, dude. There's not a lot of things that I can't do.
Voice. Yeah.
But singing, I can.
Well,
I'll sing with the best of.
It is about the voice, right?
I'm also humble.
And humble.
Thank you, Dave.
Humble, good looking. He's got it all, right?
Yeah,
the full package.
That's right, man.
Just ask your wife, right?
Yeah. So, dude, you know, if it's gonna be, it's like, you know, hey, if I'm gonna have to sing against you in a competition, then it's pretty much gonna be. I'm gonna try to kill you. You know, there's no other way around it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's not a competition, really. I mean, I've really waited my entire life to have the position to get where I can get into a position for people to hear not only my voice but what I have to say.
Sure.
I think that's the most important part, and it's kind of all coming around at the time that I feel like is the chosen part of my path. Honestly, the longer it goes along, and the more that I see happening, I kind of believe this is the way everything was supposed to be for me. The exact timing is perfect, and so I just quit arguing with stuff, man, and just try to do the best thing that I can do every day. The smallest thing, incrementally, just try to do things the right way, from the smallest thing to the largest, and just pray, and hopefully that you know, the Lord's will be in my favor. That's pretty much how I do it now. But yeah, but I knew I was going to win, man. I really did.
Well, let me ask you this, because you've experienced both, and you kind of shed a lot of light on American Idol.
Mm-hmm.
But as you go back in the history, you know, the Voices had 27 seasons. I don't know how many seasons American Idol's had.
Well, I don't know, but they have two. They have 2 a year.
Right. But the thing that I notice is that there's not as many notable, successful voice contestants, winners. Even, I mean, I consider you successful. You're still out, you know, beating up down the road.
Alive and touring.
But you're alive and touring, and there's some that aren't.
Sure.
But
there's no player. There's no artist support when
once you're done with the voice.
Done, you're done.
So Blake didn't call you over and have.
I mean, Blake took us on a tour. We went on an arena tour with him, so he helped us out.
Sure. But that didn't really.
But as far as
develop much into much.
No. And plus, you know, right after that, we were touring pretty good for about a year and a half, and then COVID hit.
And then COVID hit, and which really impacted everybody in the music industry.
The whole industry turned over in 2020. So
well, but you, in spite of that, you had some great success, because you had, you know, 11 charted songs in Texas. 7 number ones, right?
Yeah, no, it's 11 number ones.
11 number ones. Yeah. 11 number ones.
11 number ones.
So you had huge success in Texas, and most people don't realize we spent a fair amount of time in Texas, and I understand the Texas music scene's really its own animal, and it's almost as big in reality as Nashville in some regards.
It is.
It may be bigger in some regards.
It's hard to understand the markets, because most, you know, some of them are virtual markets. So you don't know if you're really reaching an audience or not. But some of them are. terrestrial radio, which absolutely you're getting the airplay.
Sure.
So it's kind of a tricky thing. So just because you have 11 number ones doesn't mean you can go to every small town in Texas and sell 150 tickets anywhere you go.
Sure. Sure.
So you just kind of try to figure out where is the market. Actually, our largest market, if you ask Spotify, is Corpus Christi, which is crazy to me because
Yeah, but you're not
we
that
don't go
far from
anywhere around
Corpus.
there.
But you don't tour down there?
no, and that has my largest listener.
But what's interesting is to me is that the Texas music scene is really segregated. You've got the Austin, New Braunfels, that hill country. You've got the West Texas, Lubbock, Amarillo, Abilene. I mean, and then you've got the Fort Worth.
Mhm.
So it's and it's interesting to me because we've met and interviewed quite a few Texans in the music scene, and how many of them, I go, oh, this person? Never heard of them. And I know, Ryder Grimes. Do you know Ryder?
Sure, I know Ryder.
Yeah, Ryder's had, I think, 3 number ones in Texas.
We wrote a song together. It's on my new record.
Is it really? Cool. Great kid. We interviewed him in Green Hall. That was one we got to interview. Him and Jade Marie Potek. You know Jade
Yeah, I
Marie?
know Jade.
And then we got to interview she had to help me out. The blonde. Juliana Rankin.
Mm-hmm.
We interviewed her.
I kind of know Julian, but the first two I know a lot.
Yeah, good people, all of them. And but anyway, that Texas scene is huge, and so for any kind of success on Texas radio is very admirable.
I think one of the problems with if there's a problem for me, it's that there's not really any artist support. There's no coalition of artists that are like, hey man, I want to try to help you. Let's help each other and figure out how to, kick some ass in this market. It doesn't happen.
It's to each his own. You're kind of all on your own.
Absolutely. Which does make sense, but I try to help everyone I can,
Sure. Well,
it's just not a two-way street, But Ryder's a good dude. I love him.
Well, ultimately essentially what we're trying to do with this podcast is to help artists to become, and not that we're going to help you become mainstream, but what we are going to help you do is introduce you to some people that maybe have never heard of Sundance Head, which I find odd because I think everybody ought to know who you are, right?
Well, I mean, it just depends. You never know.
I mean, but then again, I've had people tell me that, gosh, Byron, I don't know those people you've interviewed, and I go, no, but you know their music because we've interviewed a lot of songwriters, so which has been big. But well, you've done 4 albums, right?
I think so.
So I think there's 5, but one of them was a compilation of your voice stuff.
Sure.
And then so one was 2016 in Green. Is that after Green Hall or is
that's my granddad's house? 2016 Green is the address.
Really?
It was right. It's on Green Road. So.
It's on Green Road.
Yeah.
That's cool. So you grew up down, or you was hanging out down there?
Yeah, I grew up there.
What a cool town! What a cool place! I love that venue.
Yeah, it's cool, man. So I'll be playing Green Hall for the first time in my life. On July 23rd, Roger Crager asked me to come down.
Oh, good for you!
Open his birthday weekend. So I'm very excited to have that.
Yeah, I had been 3 or 4 times, had never seen a show there till last fall. We actually got to see Cody Canada, The Departed, and his kids opened for him, which waves in April. They're wild.
Yeah, so it's I've played the Ryman many times and the Opry many times, but never Green Hall. I don't know why, but I'm just glad to be able to have the opportunity to go.
Yeah, well, that's cool. Well, those are iconic places, and that's when if you've never been, you got to go.
Yeah, man, next time you're in New Braunfels, dude, if you go check out a show, there's a place called the Redbird.
We've been there.
It's my favorite place.
We've been there. We went
favorite place.
Yeah, we love that place. We absolutely love.
So I'm right here from you. You know how it is. They open that curtain, you step out there, and it's like,
oh yeah,
you're in there.
Yeah. And what? Maybe 75 or 80, maybe 100 people in an old house.
Yeah,
and it is the coolest. Those listening rooms, there's nothing like them, and there's nothing like a songwriter round.
Sure, yeah.
It's just an experience that we love. So you got 2016 in Green. You got Soul Country.
Soul Country, that's right.
And then Stained Glass Neon, which was a Wildcatter.
I did that with
the Dean Dillon. So did Dean? Did I read that right? Did he actually create Wildcatter?
He did.
Label for you?
He did.
And how many? You just did the one album with
We
him?
did.
And,
Well, we were on the national radio tour for that album when COVID hit.
oh, okay.
And you know how the story goes, man. All the Wildcatter investors were oil guys from Midland. They all pulled out.
Oh, yeah.
It absolved.
Okay.
We were non-essential.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Yeah. Well,
how
but
that goes.
but working with a guy like Dean, I mean, what an experience.
He's an amazing guy, man. He's an amazing dude. And
We're hoping to get
I
to
learned
meet him.
I learned a lot working with Dean, actually. So.
Yeah. We're hoping to get to interview him in Vegas. He'll be at the Songwriter Festival there in August. So
yeah,
looking forward to that. But the other one that you got to work with was Buddy Cannon. We talked a little bit about that.
I recorded 2 songs with Buddy Cannon in Martina McBride's studio. I think it's called the Blackbird.
Is that her studio?
Yeah.
So that's where we interviewed him. Was in that studio.
Yeah, that's his gig over there.
Yeah.
And so we had Alison Krauss come in and sing the harmony on "How I Want to Be."
Amazing.
It was at the time whenever I found out that it was happening, I was blown away, and then of course I was deflated when I realized that our label and whoever their mutual partners are or whatever couldn't figure out how to be able to announce that it was her.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's a mystery.
No, it's her. I mean,
no, I know it's her, but
kind of tell the voice.
yeah,
but they didn't announce it.
No, I wanted to be able to release
It's
"How I
not-
Want to Be" Sundance Head and Alison Krauss.
Yeah, because it's not released that way.
but it didn't happen.
No.
But that's what was the intent. That was my intention.
Oh, that sucks.
And but I'm still really proud to have her on that record.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody that knows Allison knows it's her. You know.
Did you actually sit in the same studio and do it together?
No, I didn't.
So she
what
came in
happened
and did her
was,
voices. Yeah.
I do my own backup vocals on all of my recordings, and I produce my own records. And so we were on the tour with Blake Shelton, and I had called Buddy Cannon, and I said, "Hey, man, I've been told that you want to record with your guys in Nashville at the studio." I said, "But I want to bring my band to record." Kind of letting him know, hey, if it's not like this, I don't want to come, you know. So he responded, "We're going to use my guys, or I'm not doing it," basically. So I went to Nashville and recorded with his guys.
Oh shoot.
And so then during the whole process, I'm like, "Hey man, I sing backup," and he's like, "Well, I got a good female singer. Do you want me to put her on the record? Let me see if she can do it." I said, "Yeah, sure." I didn't know who it was. And so then he calls me back the next day and sends me the work, and it was Allison. He said, "Yeah, I got Alison Krauss to sing it, but we can't announce it yet." And then it went from yet to never. But we still released the song. You know?
Sure. Well, you told me that when we were talking
Yeah.
on the phone yesterday, because I was listening to that particular song when you called me, and to confirm the interview, and I'm just like, you're kidding. I mean, I know Alison Krauss's voice, but I wasn't thinking, because that's not what it said.
Right.
So
yeah.
I kind of trust
I don't even know how to play that song. I haven't played that song in so long. It's like
oh, you can't play it. I mean,
I can play it if I
but
but I haven't played it.
But you haven't
Yeah,
played
so
it.
I don't. I would have to work it up. But
Yeah.
so that stained glass and neon record, I don't play that record. I just play the 2 cuts I wrote on the record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, we do one other one sometimes, but as a songwriter, just had to move on. So we wrote and recorded "Starting Again." I wrote that album, and during COVID, my dad had passed away, and my mom was in hospice, and Misty had we had a little bit of money that we had saved up. We were just about broke, and she said, "Hey man, we're fixing to go broke. We were non-essential. We weren't working. Bills still
Right.
coming in."
Right.
So I took the last bit we had and went and recorded "Stained Glass and Neon." I'm sorry, "Starting Again."
Oh, right.
I initially thought we bought 3 days, but then she told me on the first day, "I bought you 5 days." And so I didn't have any songs. We'd already recorded in the first day everything that I had, which I think was 4 out of the entire record. I think 4 of them. And so we went in one day, cut 4 songs. The second day I sang all 4 songs and background. They were done. And then we had 3 days left. So I went home that night, and I wrote the rest of the record basically in one night.
You're kidding.
And
How many songs?
Well, I think 6 or 8.
Oh my!
And then we went to the studio the next day, and these guys had never heard these.
Never even
songs.
heard them, so you had to work them up.
We worked them in the studio and played them right there. And that record turned out to be absolutely one of my favorite albums because it's a
great album.
It's telling a story about everything I was going through at that moment, you know.
Yeah. Well, you lost your dad prior, not too long. You know, one thing I noticed too as I was doing my research. You know, one cool thing, your dad and I shared a birthday.
Oh, really? July 9th. You and Elvis.
January,
January, yeah.
9th.
You and Elvis.
Elvis is the 8th.
Yeah, he's the day before.
Yeah, day before. But you know, Richard Nixon's on the night. So.
That's cool.
But I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Actually, 20 years apart. So he's 41. I'm a 61. Wasn't he born in 41?
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah. So sure that's cool.
That's
well,
awesome,
so who else have you had the chance to collaborate with that I couldn't dig deep enough to find?
Well, I mean, nobody really notable.
No,
I don't think so. There's just so many great people that I've worked with.
Sure.
I wouldn't really be able to
Sure.
name anyone
Sure.
specifically, but there's a lot always going on, you know. But for a long time, man, I was walking around sabotaging everything that was happening as well. I mean, yeah, a lot of things didn't go my way per se, but I was also not helping anybody.
Right.
And I wasn't giving 100%.
Right. I know you had some addiction
Yeah,
issues.
I was just kind of going through the motions, thinking that all this stuff was just going to happen.
Right.
And I think probably the most important critical part was me. And I wasn't ready for that. And spiritually, I wasn't at a place where I think people could really rely on me for anything.
Sure.
Although everyone did, and we all assumed that it was going to work out, but so I mean, I learned a lot through that process as well, but now I'm giving 100% to everything I do now, and I haven't always been able to say that. So, it's different. It's a different thing to go out there and try to communicate with an audience and, sell a bunch of BS.
Sure.
Right.
Right.
Well, not now. We're touring on, we're standing on a rock of conviction. It's actual real, and it's something that people have seen me go through, and I can tell that this time is different than before, and I know that that's because I'm just, I'm surrounded by badass people. These guys, I love these guys. We trust each other, and on stage, it's a lot of fun. I've learned to love a lot of things about music that I despised, And really just going back to the root of it all is, hey, man, I play this guitar when I'm by myself, and I would do it anyway, because I love it, and I love the way it makes me feel.
Yeah.
And so, man, and plus there's a message, and I think that everyone's always trying to figure out how to sell tickets, how to increase their audience. And in the world right now of social media, it's a mystery. There's those few that just go viral, then they're touring. And it's like, I don't understand how it works because we're out here. We've been doing this my whole life. I don't know anything else.
Right.
And now not only am I a singer songwriter and trying to figure out how to navigate this as a businessman, a bandmate, and a father, but now I have to be a content creator.
Yeah. Well, but trust me, it's no different from a podcast standpoint. I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, we're always trying to be relevant, and who's the artist that I get to interview next that's going to make us go viral?
Sure.
We hope it's Sundance Head.
Well, hey, right? I'm getting about 3 million views every 28 days now on my social media.
How many?
3 million.
Wow.
I just got a report from I just got a report from Meta that they increased my visibility by 62%.
Awesome. Well, don't forget to hitch our wagon to that. Yeah.
I don't know who determines that, but
we're getting, not anywhere near 3 million, but we're getting between 75 and 100,000 views a month, which tickles us.
Sure.
And it's growing, right? We're getting some traction, but we don't know. We don't know what story's going to happen.
And I think another thing that makes the story unique about us is that, in 2023, I had 102,000 followers on Facebook. And we're almost at 115,000, and so in 2 years, that's how many. And the increase of people, I haven't paid for anything, I haven't bought anything.
Right.
I promise that these people that are following us, that have followed us since 2023, have probably talked to me, Dustin, or Dave at a show.
At some point or another.
I mean, we're out here trying to build relationships. We're not, we understand the importance of coming to your town, meeting the people that paid the money to come see the band.
Yeah.
We want to be friends. We want to be family when we leave,
Well, I think what makes it really important, and we've been really lucky and fortunate to have dealt with a lot of really cool people that are approachable. You guys are approachable, and that's what we appreciate. But I follow you on social media, have for a long time, and I started getting those hey, you're coming to Blackfoot, and I'm like, I'm not gonna leave him alone till he says he's
So
gonna
is that
snap
y'all
with
on
me.
social media that said the ball's in your court now?
Yes.
Sent you thing? Okay.
That's me, man. I'm like, come on, we're gonna do this interview or not?
Yeah.
And here we are.
Well,
So
I'm glad
thank
you emailed somebody because I'm leading this thing by the seat of my pants,
Oh,
dude.
I know.
So,
well, I've done.
sorry I didn't get back to y'all, but I'm glad we made it.
It is 100% on me because I really work that, and it's sometimes it's a little frustrating. But that being said, there are some artists that have really good people or themselves are really good. Ira Dean, Ira Dean from Trick Pony, the bass player from Trick Pony. Ira Dean, he's now playing bass with Brooks and Dunn, and I was a big fan of. We were a big fan of Trick Pony 20 years ago.
Yeah, I used to love that. I love that record.
Yeah. And so, but we were headed to Nashville, and I'm like, hey, Ira Dean, I'm coming to Nashville. We do a podcast. Would you sit down with me? Sure. And then I kept bugging him, and but he ended up being out of town that week we were there, so we didn't get to. But we're still in communication. So I'm that little rabid dog that won't leave it alone, right? If you give me any kind of hope that we're going to have a chance to sit down and I'm going to hear your story, because we love these stories. We love the music, right? We want to share it, and because people don't, there's no replacing a live music experience. None. If you're not to go listen to somebody on the radio is not the same as sitting down and watching you play live.
Sure. No, it's not, man.
So anyway, but
everything comes full circle, man. So we'll see. Yeah. I think right now musically, like my son, his generation, he's 18. They're looking for lyrical content. And it was for a long time that wasn't what it was about, and
it was just about the beat, right?
It was about selling records and selling tours. But that's how that guy Zach Bryan went so mega. He was like the first dude really to break too on that platform, and it was because he was saying something that my son and them understood.
Sure. Well, and I think this kid, Baker Blankenship, that's another one that's
I've seen this guy.
He's 18 years old, and he's
the weird thing about that, and is to me, it sounds like all these guys are singing the same. Their cadence is the same, the style is the same.
They're picking up a little of the Zach Bryan stuff, and
they're all writing in the same formula.
Yeah. So, well, and we all have a.
And they're all selling records.
Yeah.
We throw that in there.
Why the hell would that work? But it does, apparently. Yeah. So, but no. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you taking time. You guys, you got to load in this afternoon at 4:00. Couple of other real quick questions, though, before we go. Who, we talked about who you have collabed with. Mm-hmm. Who would you want to? Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Let's go dead first.
If we go dead, I have to pull my old dad up.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the one regret I have in life is that I didn't go in the studio and record a song with my dad.
Yeah.
It's just, I can't believe we never did that.
Yeah, with a guy who had that much talent. And
I just always thought it would be there forever.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Yeah, we know.
Certainly not.
Mine are gone as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So alive.
Alive. Well, based solely on songwriting and not anything else. I would probably want to write a song with and perform with Sheryl Crow.
Okay.
I really loved her record Tuesday morning, and I really enjoyed the way that she wrote, and really I was, writing. I wanted to write songs just like Sheryl Crow whenever I was a younger teenager. Just something about her music, man. It was refreshing to me. Grunge was going on, everything was happening, and then that Tuesday Morning record came out, and it was it was something that was different to me. And then I found out she wrote all that stuff herself, and
Yeah.
I just always thought she was a badass.
Yeah.
And she's got a song called "Run Baby Run," and it's probably in my top 5 songs of all time.
Really?
I think so.
Okay. That's cool. Well, that's a good place to move on. One other thing, since we're at the gun club, let's talk about it. You dropped the 22, it went off.
Yep.
Shot yourself in the belly.
Did.
When did that happen?
That's back in November.
November.
Yep.
You're all healed up?
I am. I have pain every once in a while. I had some pain yesterday when we were walking on that trail.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I forget that it even happened.
Yeah. But you preach gun safety to your kids.
Oh,
We're at a gun club.
I've been carrying guns forever, man.
Yeah, me too. But you never know, right?
You never know.
So that it just fell out of the holster.
I had it in just a leather holster. Didn't have a hammer strap. That was the first mistake. But it was loaded, but it wasn't cocked or anything.
That's what I wondered.
And
it was a concussion.
Just a concussion. It hit the hammer and the handle at the same time. It fell. It hit my footstep. See, what I should have done is just backed off and let it happen. But I noticed when I put it in the front passenger seat of my Jeep, and I started to walk away, that I seen the handle slipping, and so I don't know why I decided to lean into it and try to stop it from falling, when I should have just let it go and got out of the way.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to it quick enough, and it hit the Jeep step, and I saw the flash. I didn't hear anything. I just seen the flash, and I didn't know I was shot at first. And I took a step back, and I was like, man, that really could have been really crazy. And I'm like, damn, I'm alive. And then I smelled gun smoke, and I looked down, and it was coming out of my tank top. And I looked down and seen the hole in my shirt. And so then I stuck my finger in it, and blood was everywhere. And by the time I noticed I was shot, my pockets of my blue jeans were full of blood, and so were my boots. I had already bled that much.
Oh, my hell.
And everything I needed was right there in front of me. And I was at my Jeep. Keys, phone, everything. But I was in such a state. I didn't understand what was happening, so I panicked. And I didn't know what to do, man. So I went to the back of my Jeep and opened up the hatchback of my Jeep, and there was a roll of duct tape, Gorilla Tape. And I took it and I taped it around my stomach and taped the hole together. And then I ran, dude.
Thank God for good Gorilla Tape.
And then I ran out to the highway, which was quite a bit away, man. And I remember running so fast I could like feel the wind and hear the wind in my ears. And I jumped 2 cattle fences, man, that they're about 4.5 feet tall. Like I was 14, dude. I mean, like one hand and bump, completely like a rabbit. But just because adrenaline,
All right.
And I made it out to the highway, and I was trying to flag a car down on Highway 84 in between Rusk and Palestine, Texas, and I made eye contact with 13 drivers, and no one would stop for me. And finally, a Vietnam veteran came back, and he helped me, and we got some help out there, and then they life flighted me from Rusk to UT Tyler. And man, I thought I was gonna die, man.
You're a lucky man.
I was begging them all to let me. I said, please let me live, man. I got so much to live for. And I was just thinking I'd never see my family again.
Wow.
Thinking I'd never see my son again.
Yeah. Well, you're a lucky man. So safety first, right?
Hell yeah.
Always.
Yeah, that's my lucky gun, dude.
That
if
is
it's any other gun, it'd probably kill me.
All right. Well, hey, why don't you guys play this little tune? You gonna drum out a beat on the table here for us?
This guy's keeping time in his mind.
Moral support.
Moral support. Well, man, we appreciate you guys coming out.
Pretty good.
What are you gonna play? Set it up. Got a new one?
Yeah, this song's called Guinevere, and we've actually never played it, so probably won't get it right this time either.
Should be.
All right. He still talks about you, about how you broke his heart, about how you took away the light and left him in the dark, about how he gave you his best years and you left him in tears. And he still talks about you, Guinevere. He still talks about you, and sometimes he might cry when memories come back around of the lonely days gone by. And he wishes every night that he could hold you near. And he still talks about you, Guinevere, about how he still loves you, and about how you left that day, about the things you said that night when he begged you to stay, about the last time that you smiled and the last words you would say, the last look that was in your eyes before you went away. He said your heart was made of gold, too heavy for him to hold. And even though it's been many years, he still talks about you, Guinevere. He still talks about you, Guinevere. Well, he still talks about you, about how you broke his heart, about how you took away the light and left him in the dark, about how he gave you his best years and you left him in tears. And he still talks about you, Guinevere. Oh. He still talks about you, Guinevere. And he still talks about you, Guinevere. And he still talks about you, Guinevere.
Oh, thank you so much. That is a
you, man.
beautiful song,
Appreciate it.
man. I look forward to hearing that one.
That's a story as old as man.
As old as man.
You know, just Gwen. It's about my old buddy, man. I went to see him before he died. His name was Eddie Harrison, and all he could talk about, man, he had a leg amputated, and he was close to the end, and all he could talk about was the love of his life, man. She was living down in Argentina, and after all them years, he still loved her, even though she had done so many, horrible things to him in his life. He still loved her, and was wondering how she was. Talked about her to me, and he told me she was, he had given her everything in life, and she was just like Guinevere, man. She had slept with his first night, and destroyed the kingdom, and that's the way he described her. And so,
Wow. What a great story. Hey, do me a favor, find a spot on there. There's not a lot left. Autograph the guitar for me.
Okay.
And then I promise you, guys, you didn't know this, but that guitar now has 5 strings on it.
Yeah, man.
Because he never could learn how to play 6, right? Only 5.
Only 5.
No. But so he told me, I said, now I'm going to have you play me a song. And I said, I can't play it. It's got 6 strings. I said, take one off. And it's going to stay off. And I'm going to hang it back on my wall. And I will never play that guitar again. I have a bunch of these. So this is a Teton guitar.
Well, this guitar sounds good.
Can
you get me one?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, right.
That company is right up the road. It's in Idaho Falls.
Well, this thing's badass. Dude.
And
sounds really good.
You would be amazed at how many guys play. And they also make acoustic bass.
Give me one?
Well, I don't know. Y'all need to go visit them one of these times when you're back up here. But they're so good to us. But I have, this makes number 4 that I have filled up with autographs. And this one's kind of the Texas guitar. So I wanted Sundance to sign this one. I got a brand new one sitting at the house that I'm headed to Red Lodge, Montana in the morning to the Songwriter Festival. We get to go up and interview some big time songwriters. Tony Arata, who wrote The Dance. We get to interview.
He wrote a song. He wrote "I Bleed" on Stained Glass and Neon.
Oh, he did.
Sure did.
And Win Varble. Win's going to be there. We get to interview Win and Kim Ritchie, who toured with Brandy Carlisle. And
Is Win Varble Wendell Mobile?
no, I know. No, Wendell
Okay,
Mobile.
all right.
Wendell Mobler. Mobler.
Mobile.
We saw him in Nashville. I love that guy too. He's the one who wrote that song you're thinking of, right?
Yeah.
Man, there's so many great songwriters come out of Nashville. Mobley.
Yeah, Wendell Mobile.
Wendell Mobley. We saw him with who's it? Lee Thomas Miller. Him and Lee Thomas Miller did a little songwriter deal for us at some meetings back in my other life when I had a real job. We were at some meetings in Nashville, and they came and did a luncheon deal and did a songwriter round. That was really probably our first experience with a songwriter. Well, no, that's not true. Lyle Lovett and Robert Earl Keen did their deal up here in Idaho Falls. And Lyle's going to be back here on the 3rd of July, and knocking on wood, I'm hoping to get to sit down with Lyle.
Big band or?
He's the big band. We've seen him in every iteration. So we've seen him with just him and Robert Earl, and then we've seen him with the small band or whatever he calls the medium-sized band, and then the large band. Last time we saw him was in Sun Valley, Idaho, about 3 years ago.
The medium-sized band.
Yeah, medium-sized band. But yeah, no,
you go,
thank
bro.
you so much. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's going on the wall. It'll never get played again because I don't want to have to put a string on. I got lots of them to play. So, but thank you so much, guys. This has been a lot of fun.
Guitar, man. Teton, huh?
Teton, I'll let them know.
Have to check it out.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, they are. They're great guys. So, well, listen once again. Thank you,
Yes, sir.
Dustin,
Yes, sir.
Dave,
Hey, what a blast today.
Thank you, man.
Sundance.
Appreciate it, buddy.
Man, this has been great.
Thank you for letting us waste your ammo and clay pigeon.
Oh, no, we had a great time. Hey, for Musical Miles Podcast, I'm your host, Byron Duffin, here with Sundance Head and the boys, and we will see you somewhere down the road. Adios for now.